will see content, which are the pins that are on the map, that have been posted by various users in the community, and they represent businesses that want to share what they are selling and what they're providing to their customers. And the whole idea of Vapor is that we allow these businesses to get on and to place pins anywhere in the world. So right now I'm looking at Irvine, but I could actually place a pin to promote my product or promote who I am in China, in Vietnam, where we were just recently visiting. I could put one in Australia, New Zealand, down under. I could put it anywhere. I believe I could even put it in Wales. So you can put a pin, put your content. The content could be any file, a video, it could be an image, and then people will see that and interact with that and learn more about your business. So what I'd like to do with Vapor is just go through that workflow so everybody can understand how a business would use it and then how a consumer would interact with that business when they also run Vapor. So it's very, very straightforward. And all you have to do to begin is I'm a business. I've created my tokens. That's what the NASGo platform was all about. So with ShareNode, they've helped me generate my tokens. My tokens now sit inside Vapor. And the first thing I'd like to do is say, well, let's drop a token on my current location. So it's early morning for me, so I'm in the house. So my daughter's made some amazing dolls over here. So I'll just take a quick picture. And this will be my content. So I'm going to categorize that as just others for the moment. And then I will say dolls. All right, so you can place a message here that others will see when they click on your pin. And the next thing I'll do is I'll simply say vaporize. So this actually pushes that location of where I am today and also that picture of the doll up into the network, and people can now view it on the map. Now, viewing my image alone is not that exciting. Right? What's really exciting is I can help promote this image and this pin by giving people an incentive, and this is the whole idea and the backbone behind what we're doing with ShareNode. I can come in here and I can select my token. In this case, it's just demo. But if it was my company, it would be my company's token, for example, film token or rocket fuel token. And I can say, if you view my image, I will give you 10 demo tokens, up to a maximum of 100. I don't want to give away too much of my tokens. And I'll hit promote. And so what's happened now is when a user comes online and they sees that pin, they see the pin that I just created, they'll be able to see that there's a token associated to that, and they can earn the token, and then they can come back to my business, and with those 10 tokens that they just earned, I could give them 10% off a drink, or I could give them a backstage pass to a movie that I may be producing, or I could give them any other incentive that I had decided in my program, on my campaign. So I'm going to zoom in. So that what you've just seen is the business perspective. So I am a business owner. I'm using Vapor to basically upload my content, promote myself, and incentivize people to interact with me directly by using tokens. And that is this next generation of rewards that we've been talking about. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. If I click on one of these icons, I am now a user. There's my laptop. Right? There are no tokens associated to my laptop. Now I can scroll around, I can zoom. You can see here someone's put a picture of the backyard. That's my backyard.
I love it.
Yeah. That's how we roll in Irvine, California. So you can see here I got plenty of space. So I've got my token. There are 99 tokens that have been assigned to this image. If I really like this, I can simply just tap that token. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it actually deposited 99 of these tokens for this particular location into my wallet. Now, if I went as a consumer, if I now went to this location or this place, and I said, hey, look, I've got 100 of your tokens, what's my reward? And the reward could be, a drive around the park in the golf cart, or it could be, a free drink or a free meal. This would be up to the business owner. So people can have a lot of fun with this. They can just navigate. They can click on as many icons that they find. A lot of this is demo pictures. So it's not that exciting. One of the things
if I were looking to, stay at a hotel, and I went to one of the hotels, like that was an example, I'm assuming, of one of the hotels with their pool, then I go, wow, this is a nice pool. I connect to those tokens that you just showed, and now I've received those tokens. So if I showed up to purchase a hotel, I would get some kind of a discount or reward, like you said, maybe a free dinner, maybe an appetizer, and the business then decides what those tokens are for, which is incentives to come and use their brand or their services. And so this is one way that Vapor, in connection with Amico, and of course the only way they get on to Vapor is they become a ShareNode business, and now they actually have their tokens that they can distribute. Is that accurate?
That's absolutely right. And here's an example of film. I think this is The Martian. I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
But this is a film that's been released, and the producer here has decided, well, let's incentivize people to come to an early screening. And we'll say, I'll take 5 tokens off this. And when I go to the movie theater, I will just log in as myself here. You'll see there's an image here that says my wallet. Right? So when I go to my wallet, I can actually deposit or share with the studio. Here's my tokens. I just earned 5 tokens, and with those 5 tokens, I get a free pass to the movie. And that's exactly how it works. And in most cases, we'll generate what's called a QR code. And so you can just show the company your QR code. They'll scan it on your phone, and then you get whatever reward it is that they've decided would be best for you. Now, since we're looking at my wallet, you'll see that these are all the pictures I've been taking, lots of doll pictures. And so basically everything you take will be displayed for you, the business owner. And we've got another great experience that we provide people, which is not just the ability to view by touching a pin, but you can also move into augmented reality, and this is pretty cool. So hopefully it'll work over this video display. But you'll see on the bottom left here, there are a pair of glasses. If I touch those glasses, I now move into, and let's try that on this. I need to switch to a different view. Okay, so now I'm actually in augmented reality. So you'll see the little hand. It's a 3D hand. And as I move around, can you see those pictures that I created?
We can see the bookshelves, and now we can see some pictures that are hovering in the air, the coffee, the laptop, and the flowers.
Okay, so I can move up and down.
Oh, there's the film.
Yeah, you see the film? So this is an example of augmented reality. Imagine that if I'm outside and I'm playing Pokemon Go, this is the same type of experience. You can actually drop a pin. This is the business owner. They can drop a pin in their neighborhood, and they can tell people, go and look for it. Use the phone to look for the pin. And when you see the pin, you can touch it, and then it plays the content.
So I could walk into a mall, and then I could look through the screen of my phone and see which of those businesses have posted offers or pins in that little virtual space, and then actually grab those and then go shop?
Absolutely.
So you just grabbed the movie one, it looks like.
Yep, so I just grabbed the movie. It's playing the trailer for one of our partners, the film. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but this is an awesome flick.
So this is a movie that is going to be featured at the Sundance Film Festival that Henning is the director and writer of, and also one of the executives on our team. And so we're featuring his movie on one of the tokens, the film coin, which will be a major company utilizing blockchain technology, one of the first of its own to do that.
Yeah, and so the Sundance scenario is Henning will place a pin somewhere in the neighborhood, maybe at the hotel or at the corner of X and Y Street, and people will go there. They'll use the phone. They'll find that pin. They may use the augmented reality feature. They'll grab the token, so it could be 5 tokens, five film tokens, and then they can view the video. And if they don't have tokens, they can't view the video, and they'll be encouraged to find the tokens nearby. Or they can just go and visit Henning and scan his QR code and get access immediately.
Let me talk about that. There's about 30 people that made the decision to be affiliated with the Sundance Film Festival event, our ShareNode reps. And this is major advertising and marketing for our whole company because, as we promote the technology and the film tokens, we're actually promoting Vapor, we're actually promoting Amico, we're bringing on businesses and customers. Let's say we find somebody at the film festival that has a database of 1 million people. He's got a huge organization in the entertainment industry. Well, he can then take what we show him, and he can send that out. So that's how we're going to virally grow the network and build one of the fastest growing social media networks, Amico, which will power all of our different offers, our marketplace for all of our businesses. So our exposure strategy of Vapor, every time a business uses it, it's actually helping build the network, and it's actually building the ShareNode community. So I'm really appreciative of the leaders that made the decision to be a part of the Sundance Film Festival. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll literally post, pins everywhere. And people who are not there could actually play along. If they actually downloaded the Vapor app from their house, they could actually log in, go to Park City, and see what we've actually pinned, the reps in the field. So the one thing that's cool about the Sundance Film Festival is you have movies all over the town. The town is, about 5 miles long, and so there's movies there. And are you saying that people who downloaded the Vapor app could kind of go there and see and experience that as well?
Absolutely. So they could navigate, I think it's near Salt Lake City,
right? You got it right there.
Yeah. So we could be at home. We could be anywhere in the world.
There it is.
And they're Park City. We could navigate to Park City, and there'll be tokens that'll be floating around on the map and pins. And all you have to do is just press one, and you'll see the content, and you can start earning tokens, and you can go visit that business and redeem those tokens for something of value.
So that's interesting. So if I was a promoter at the Park City Sundance Film Festival, and let's say things aren't going well, I'm like, crap, man, we spent a lot of money to have our event here, and we just don't have very many people. Then all of a sudden I could pin something and say, hey, I know it's last minute, but if you can get to Park City, we're going to discount the price of this event from $1,000 to $500. Now I'm at home in San Diego. I'm literally opening up my Vapor event. Vapor, I see something going on at the Sundance Film Festival, and I go, wow, honey, these guys just made an offer. Let's jump on a plane. So Vapor is a way to attract customers, create instant real-time offers that could be redeemed. This is first of its kind technology. There's no company that's done this. Have they, Brent?
Well, our unique approach to in rewarding people and incentivizing people is something that hasn't been done, particularly using the whole concept of crypto and tokens. And it's a much more engaging experience than if you just went to Groupon, for example.
Yep.
Hey, James, let me jump in here real quick. This is Henning, guys. And for those of you who are new, thank you, Brent. Thank you, James. For those of you who are newer to this phenomenon, newer to this situation, what we're doing at Sundance, I want to touch on that, and the 30 pioneers of this concept that are going with us at Sundance. We're creating a use case for future businesses that are going to be coming onto the platform and utilizing this technology. And the ability for us to be at a major film festival that's really, aside from the Cannes Film Festival, this is the biggest in the world. And also, this is the film festival for independent films, up-and-coming filmmakers, conscious filmmakers that are caring, sharing with messages. Robert Redford, who founded the Sundance Film Festival, that's what he's all about. And it's really a community of really conscious, talented artists that congregate once a year at Sundance. So it's a use case scenario, James, but also this is something that the world is going to find out about. And the Vapor technology is going to be front and center at the festival, and it's not just filmmakers. I want you to understand, the people that come to this, there are sponsors, major corporate sponsors that come to this event. There are celebrities that come to the event. There are athletes that come to this event. So we have Jason Jepson, who's our social media point person. He's going to be coming up for a day and basically reporting on everything that's going on at Sundance and start to push that through social media. So even if you're if you're coming up with us, man, we're going to have a blast, and you guys are going to be the pioneers. You guys are going to be the ones that are going to be pushing out the offers and pushing out the tokens. It's going to be really fun, and it's going to be just an amazing experience. But those of you who are not going, understand that this is for your community. This is to create the use case for future events of the same kind, and also it's going to get sincere traction. And also, this is the model that we're going to be using for future events, such as the Super Bowl, such as the Best You Expo, involving our leaders, involving our key people in the field in these events, giving them a chance to putting the tools in their hands, and giving them a chance to get the word out and utilize the technology and share in the rewards, James.
You know, it's awesome because the people that actually are not going to be at the Sundance Film Festival, there's only a few of them that said they want to promote the Park City Sundance Film Festival, but they can't be there, so they are going to have their film tokens. They could be sitting in their house in San Diego, go on to Vapor, and they could actually post tokens at the Sundance Film Festival and share their tokens, and as people redeem those tokens, they're actually participating in the whole ecosystem. So this is just amazing how well this is coming. And we're going to learn. We're going there to learn. You know, it's not just a practice. This is real business. We are going to promote one of the premier film companies in the world. And I promise you, major companies. You made a very, very good point, Henning. I've been to the Sundance Film Festival, and, you know, the Fortune 500 companies that are there, they're just there to promote it. They're just like, they just show up and spend millions of dollars on putting on events because they know that entertainment is the best, fastest way for them to basically get their brand. So we're not stupid. You know, entertainment is where it's at. That's where we get our customers. And so I just know that we're going to come back there with so many connections to other major brands and companies that are going to go, how can we use that technology? How can we be affiliated with ShareNode and use this Vapor technology? So my congratulations to the leaders that made the decision to be a part of this. It's an epic, I think, mark in the world of technology and of marketing. And, of course, Wilden will, you know, do this at the Super Bowl. And be on our call on Monday, because on Monday we actually are going to show how we're using this technology to promote charity, the Do Something Athletic charity, and how you can be involved in that. We have celebrities that are going to be there. And so whether you come to Atlanta, you don't have to come to Atlanta to go to the Super Bowl. You can come to the pre-Super Bowl party where we're promoting a celebrity basketball tournament, and we're just going to have a blast with that. So be on the call on Monday for many more details about that. But this is so great. Let's have you continue on, Brent, with this great demo.
Sure. Yeah, so really that's the crux of Vapor itself. It's a advertising, marketing, promotion platform that helps businesses get their message out. And the key way and the unique way of doing that is through the use of these pins that are based on your location. They can be interactive. We have the augmented reality piece that you just saw. And we incentivize people through the use of these tokens. And the tokens are what ShareNode does to bring companies on board. And that's the entire experience with Vapor. And just as it timed out, that may be a good segue actually to move on. And
yeah.
I'll take a brief look at Amico if you guys have time. I won't spend too much time on Amico because it is a newer application. But I'm now switching gears, going to a different machine, picking up a different phone. So hopefully you can bear with me. So Amico is really the back end of how a company produces and promotes their content, and it's really like a storefront, if you think of it in that way. So what I can do with the Amico app is a very simple thing here is chat. So I can talk to my customers. So Dennis is one of our developers. He's now up. Hi. Just checking in.
So what's interesting is that you're actually are you calling on an iPhone there? Are you
this one is an iPhone. Yes, the previous one on Vapor was Android only at the moment. But
yeah.
What you are seeing is our next version, which will be on iOS, and this is what I'm using right now, an Apple phone.
So let me just talk about that real quickly, guys. And look, you know, when you're launching a company, it's your goal to be on Google and it's on iOS. And right now, Vapor is only available on Google Play Store. However, actually, the Amico Plat, we just released the first demo version, and you know, that is being utilized. So you can see here he's actually chatting and still working there. And I have this, Eric has this. So we haven't released the Amico platform yet. It was literally given out to our executives so we could play with it. So this is the chat function. The other functions where you can store your tokens and your wallet hasn't been released yet. The thing about technology is, guys, we would love to have it the day we want it, but it has to be ready. And so for us, we're featuring the Vapor and then the Miko next, and we'll keep you posted on this. But one of the things that's happened is we're releasing all these tokens for all these businesses that we're putting out, and we want you to go promote both Vapor and Amico. And so I'm thinking that this is going to be more like right around the time of the Super Bowl before we can really, launch these, and you get credit for bringing on Vapor and Amico. Because when you send somebody to Amico, you want to get credit. You want to earn your ShareNode token. And that ShareNode token will actually release one of your NSG tokens that you have in your back-end wallet. So we can cover that in more detail on Monday on our 7 a.m. call. But today I wanted to give you a preview that these are functioning, these are working, but we're not asking you to start sharing them with the world yet. And the reason we're not is because, A, we want to test it. There's features that are being released a little bit by little bit, and then once we're like, okay, great, now we can do this, and then we'll have a full launch when it's ready with our businesses. And Butch, who you hear from in a little bit, will kind of give you an update. But there's just so many great updates that are taking place. And guys, our sales team is doing tremendous, and I'm just so excited about what we're doing. But sales always should lead, in us having the businesses ready for us to launch. I'd rather launch with 1,000 businesses than 200 businesses. That's why we offered that the first 500 businesses that come on have no fees whatsoever for life. So this is a really great opportunity. If people can jump in and ShareNode, get tokenized, and know they'll never pay any fees, any monthly fees or any kind of additional fees, and they'll have total access to everything you're seeing today, all the Vapor technology at no cost. Now, as we move on, guys, there will be so many other additional opportunities. And I don't want you to think that, so that's all ShareNode does. No, we just featured Vapor. We didn't have time to show you the marketplace. We didn't have time to show you all the various different ways that we're creating advertising and marketing and all the different events. So the one thing about ShareNode I can tell you is that there's way more than people actually realize. And so we're going to have some tremendous training and launch strategy. Our launch strategy is taking place as we bring on more businesses, as we bring on more representatives who are marketing. But as we're ready to really release all those businesses onto the marketplace, we can't give you the exact date on that. We can't say it's exactly this date because it can only be when it's ready. And so tremendous. So, Brent, why don't you wrap up with your final thoughts about Amico, anything you want to say about just how this is coming together? You've been in technology and blockchain for years. Can you kind of also share how you think this compares to what else is out there in the world and your perspective on this whole system? And so certainly you've been to the Dolby Theater with us, you've been to Vietnam with us, and you've presented. I'd love to hear your perspective as the tech person, not a marketing person on our marketing team.
Yeah. Well, I think what we've really done is quite revolutionary with regards to the blockchain is that today when you look around and you see people talking blockchain, they're talking crypto, they're really talking about the underlying technology, the platform itself, and they talk a lot about solutions, but there really are no solutions in the marketplace. And in a sense, they've got this technology, and it's all about trying to find a problem that they can solve, but they haven't thought about, well, what is the actual market use for the technology? So you heard of things like cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the obvious one, but that is very speculative for most people, and companies don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, because they're in business to earn customers' trust and to do legit business. So how can we leverage what we see on the blockchain and that model? And I think what we've done with the NASGO platform and particularly with ShareNode is that we've seen that we can take that technology and morph it into a rewards program. And that is unique to what's out in the market space right now, which is it's not just about having currency or crypto. It's about how do we leverage that to help companies engage with their customers and provide their customers with an entirely new experience that will revolutionize how people redeem and coupons, rewards, and it can change the entire industry. And it's all built around this idea of tokenization, and it's built around the idea that everything is secured and transparent through blockchain. And so that's what I think we've done very uniquely with ShareNode, which is we've taken that underlying technology and we've worked with the guys that built the NASGO blockchain. And the difference between the different blockchains is that you have different rules. And so the rules that we've built into NASGO is specifically geared towards how people can use that in a reward type implementation, and that's what ShareNote is all about. So I think from our side, we're really excited to be on the project because it's taking that technology and platform and actually using it in a real-world business case that companies can benefit from to help grow their businesses. So that makes it exciting for us because we like to see our business grow. We're a business, and we like to grow. So that makes it encouraging for us that there's new technologies out there that companies can use. And we're 100% behind this platform. We're 100% behind what the ShareNote team are doing, and we feel it's going to be a huge success. We can't wait to see more of it as we go forward.
Well, I thank you for taking your Saturday and making yourself available to show this technology. In the future, we'll show different features from Amico, such as how you store your tokens and your cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, and the different other coins that you're having, including all of your sidechain tokens. So we're not ready to release that, it sounds like, and then also the Amico Pay system that they're featuring as the scroll pour is going on. This whole pay system and wallet is going to be so revolutionary. So today we wanted to give you a sneak peek of Vapor and allow you to download it, but to not promote it yet. We really want to, you can promote it to other ShareNode members, but we're really wanting to release this in a trained way, so that once we have, teach you how to load your tokens and to promote your tokens, and we are going to be able to track when you get those tokens out. So if you, actually went on there and you actually, were able to do this, you would actually not be compensated until we can track it. So for those of you who are just itching to download Vapor, we can't stop you. It's on the Google Play Store. But we just don't want you to share it yet because we want to basically have the ability to let you load your tokens and then track the distribution of those tokens as part of our launch strategy. And so with any launch strategy, there's lots of preparation, and I have to tell you, everyone's doing such a great job in coming together with that. Before we hear from Butch and then kind of get an update from some of the things that he's working on, I'd love to hear from Jeremy real quick. And so, Jeremy, you came to us with the background in television, marketing, radio. You worked for some of the largest, advertising companies in the world. And I just would love to hear from your perspective what you're seeing, what you're experiencing here as how it compares to the rest of the world's technology.
Hey, thanks a lot, James. Thank you, Brent. What a great demonstration. Thank you, Henning, for jumping in and talking about this. This represents, for me personally, a convergence of so many interests I've had for such a long time. It's just, we're right at the intersection of marketing, of technology, of internet, of blockchain, and media. And it's all the things that I've loved for a long time. And, to your point, James, I'm coming from a media group that the second largest owner of television stations in the country. In fact, we're working right now to get ShareNode to have an appearance on that TV station as part of the visit to Park City and the Sundance Film Festival to promote Vapor, to promote ShareNode. But, I hope you're feeling excited about this. I definitely am. We've waited a while for a really solid demonstration and the release of this software. And, of course, we'd always love it to come out sooner, but you can't force software to, development to happen any faster than it can happen. And I just have to tip my hat to Brent and everyone on the Vapor team for developing what is really complicated software using amazing stuff on the back end, and they've done it in such fast time. And, the funny thing about all this is, we wait with such eagerness as things are rolled out, but once they do roll out, we just kind of forget how long we waited or, the anticipation we had, and we just use it every single day. And that's happened with every technology we've ever heard of. The iPhone's been out for 10 years, but it was like 3 or 4 years that everybody thought that Apple should get into the game and create a phone that would change the world forever. And it didn't happen right away, and there were lots of rumors before it happened, but when it finally did, it changed everything in exactly the way people thought it would. And I feel that this, again, to use Henning's words, is a phenomenon, the way all these things are coming together, and we get to be right at the very front of this. So thank you, James, for your leadership on this. Thank you, Brent, for your team and your technical aptitude in doing this and communicating with the Chinese development team and Amico. And boy, I can hardly remember a time in my life that I've been more excited than I am right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm actually going to take the controls back, if you guys don't mind, and show my screen. So I'm just doing that right now, and I've got now, I believe, control of the screen. Once again, thank you for everything you just shared, Brett. That was awesome. So now I'm showing my screen, which is the ShareNode website. And I wanted to kind of just talk for briefly as we're wrapping up today this morning about really the progression that we've made with our businesses. And I'm so excited to be working with Butch Shalai, who's got many years of experience in building financial services companies, but also in the advertising and marketing space for over a decade as one of the premier leaders in building, technology, based marketing for merchants and so forth. Butch, one of the major updates that we're doing this week is some things that you've been working on as our ability to show the businesses that we've added. And I know people are anxiously awaiting to see the next group of businesses added. So you remember, I'm going to scroll down for 1 second. If you scroll down to the bottom of our website, I have people always asking me about the numbers, and I want you to know all the numbers are right here on our public-facing website. The first number that I always focus on is the fact that if you're in ShareNode and you've purchased 250 ShareNode tokens, you receive a prorated share of 10,000 of our businesses that we launch. Now, 10,000 tokens for each business. So if we have the Film Coin on there, we release 10,000 tokens every single day to our ShareNode representatives. Why do we do that? Because we want to create exposure, and then once those reps have the Vapor app, they'll be able to give those tokens away, and that is so awesome. So we're not quite ready to do that, but we're still adding the tokens and getting exposure. Well, we have about 100 businesses that are about ready to be loaded this week. And so every time we load a business, we give another 2,500 ShareNode back paid pro rata to all of the reps, but you must have at least 1,000 tokens. So if you've not purchased 1,000 tokens, this is the week to do it, because you're going to see a massive increase in your ShareNode next week, because as we load all those businesses, that will be an increase of ShareNode. We haven't had any increases for about 3 weeks. Even though we've been adding businesses, we have not updated it because we've needed to change some of the ways that we're showing that and doing that. So you'll see a nice update this week in our back office, and of course all those tokens will get paid. But we have been paying every single week, and we paid last night. 1 million NSG was paid out pro rata, and one of the persons was concerned about the numbers. We checked the numbers. Everything was perfect and accurate. So I'm very, very pleased with just how things are coming out. And very soon now that we went live with BitForex having the NSG on there, we're now going to start paying out an additional reward. So this is a really big week for us. So on Monday, be on the call at 7 a.m. to hear from some more of the updates about what we're doing and how we're compensating the people for growing the organization, especially with these ShareNode tokens that are allowing us to do all the marketing. Man, without what we've been doing with these advertising credits, we couldn't have the success that we're having with all the businesses we're bringing in. And, it's just a great strategy for us to launch this to the world. So imagine the exposure that we'll get over the next few weeks and months as we're at major international conferences. The Super Bowl, Sundance, Southwest by Southwest coming up. One of our entertainers, Callie Tucker, will be performing. How amazing is that? And then actually an event that we have coming up in Europe. So more and more stuff happening all the time. Butch, I want to turn the last few minutes over to you and show my appreciation for your commitment to building the back end of this and keeping up with how all the technology coordinates with our business. And I know it's just difficult because you've got all these businesses saying, hey, when can I promote? When can I promote? And, of course, we'd like to promote them today, but we can't promote them until we have all of the technology ready and synchronized. So it's like getting these giant organizations to all come together, but it's worth it because when we finally start marketing these businesses, it's going to be explosive. Now, are the businesses getting marketing now? Well, technically, yes, because we're promoting them to the internal group of ShareNode members, and some of them are being featured here. We're actually going to, have more and more companies featured in videos. This has really been our kind of first release of our website, but there's a lot of increases coming. And then in our news section, I talked to the guys who are handling all of the media, and they're like, yeah, we'll start updating that daily. So starting next week, you'll see all the new content from Vietnam. You'll see the new content from Sundance. Literally, like the day that we actually film something in Sundance, boom, it'll show up on our website, and people will start coming to our website daily. So, man, I feel like we're about ready to change the world, and couldn't do it without all the great leaders. So, Butch, I'm going to turn the last few minutes over to you.
Hey, James, good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you wonderful.
Awesome. Hey, just appreciate everything right now that we're talking about. And, Brent, what an amazing conversation you had with us this morning. I just am so grateful for the job that you and your entire team are doing to get this program so perfect. What we're doing is a monumental task. This is a Herculean effort, and I've never worked with a better bunch of people in my entire professional life as I've seen right now. From the people that we have in the back office of ShareNode to the people that are working to develop this brand on a global perspective, to the group we met in Vietnam. What a awesome experience to see hundreds of people that we've never met, that we never think about, that we never know exist, that are working so hard and diligently across the globe for the exact same efforts that we're putting in here in the United States and in Europe to drive the brand of ShareNode and to just make NASGO, the mass adoption of NASGO globally so seamless. So we're on the brink of tremendous change, and with that, like I've often said, we're doing this in front of a live studio audience. So with that, there are probably 50 things that we do great every day, and there are more than likely 3 or 4 things that we miss on. And certainly, there's always spotlights on things that may have not been perfect. But we're desperately trying to build the greatest marketing rail system across the world. Every day, the mantra at the office, the mantra with the team, the mantra with the leaders in the field, right down from the businesses that have come on board. I'm so grateful for them, for their patience and their vision to just know they're a part of something special. They're more than being patient. Some businesses have been on our platform now for a few months, and they're absolutely engaged. A lot of them were in Vietnam with us. So they're seeing what happens. But every day, the mantra is we have to be certain, and we're absolutely pulling it off, that at the end of the day, the goal of ShareNode is to help businesses get more business. And if we deliver on that, as I'm absolutely positive we're going to do it in leaps and bounds with all that we're doing with Amico and Vapor and the team that we're working on right now and the events we have, that's when the rubber really meets the road, and that's what will make us one of the greatest companies in the world, because we're delivering 1 million times more than probably the entire universe for a millionth times less. And that in itself is just revolutionary. The price points that we're doing this for a business, to allow them to become a global marketing giant brand within minutes of us going full spectrum live, is going to be incredible. With the force that we have with ShareNode, I'm in meetings every day with people sharing ideas with me, and some of them are great ideas. But what's missing is a dedicated crusade team of now probably 25,000 people worldwide on a company that's still secret, that's still a few months old, that is still trying to muddle through the mistakes and the mud to come out of this just to do something amazing. So this is the most exciting time of my life, and I am fired up to be in partnership with the leaders on this call. There are so many of them that are working just so committedly to trying to do something amazing in a world that we're still grasping to understand. The idea of digital currency and cryptocurrency and digital assets by no means is something that we can naturally take to. It requires effort, and so many of the people on this call are putting in hours and weeks and days and months to become engaged with this. And I've just never seen something so powerful. I'm fired up to work with the team we have. I would submit every single day that we have the best people on the job. We have an amazing marketing team. We have the best service team. We have the greater support structures. We have an amazing concierge team and the field leaders as well. So this is amazing. This is absolutely powerful, and I'm fired up for all that we're doing. And I'm just excited for the team that's on this call, that it's here at its infancy, patiently grasping at as much as we can dish out so that they can become a part of this global movement and realistically have a real shot of changing the world. So very fired up on this Saturday morning, if you can tell.
That's excellent. But
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, just thank you, Butch, for that. I want to make sure we don't forget to mention Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. If you're anywhere near Southern California, come down to the Sheraton Gateway at LAX at 7 p.m. That will be an unforgettable event. We're planning for a full house, so make sure you register online. Make sure you get there early. We'll see everyone Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thanks, James.
Awesome. I was going to show something else, but it looks like our connection just died and cut on us, or at least I'm kicked off. So, guys, we'll show you the details of this. Are you guys still seeing the screen? Is the connection still going, or are we off?
No, the screen is gone.
The screen is gone. Okay. I'll show you the rest of the stuff that I wanted to show you on Monday at 7 a.m. You guys, thank you for being on this call. Have a tremendous Saturday, and we'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.